The Discord doesn't work when I do that.
Mine is
No?
being shoved full of
Okay,
popcorn.
sorry about that. Hello, everybody. My name is Mir, also known as Mirror Shades GN, and today we are back by unpopular demand with another episode of New Amsterdam. So, I think the way that we're going to open it up is it's going to be two guys who are standing, on the edge of the river. You can see their breath. It's not pelting rain, but it's always a little bit misty, fucking first, and both of them are smoking a cigarette. First one's kind of got his hands around his mouth, holding the cigarette out at the very end as if he's cupping it on either side with his hand. Other one is standing there pretty casually, but they're both kind of shivering. First one's like, it's Colden. Goes, yeah, Karsh, it's a fucking cold one. The fuck did you expect it to be? Warm in October? Fucking asshole. Like, fucking takes another drag and he goes, oh, I'm sorry that fucking offended you. I just was trying to make small talk. And he goes, that's the fucking problem with you people. You're always trying to make fucking small talk. You know what I'm here? You want to know why I'm here? I'm here to make fucking money, not fucking small talk. Keep your fucking small change to yourself, dick. Jesus Christ, man. He's just trying to fucking whatever. And they're both standing there. It's this awkward silence. And then you hear a couple gunshots, and the dude who's kind of like standing there with his hands cuffed kind of like flips and his cigarette drops in the water. And he like reaches for his piece and he goes, shut fucking. Wasted a good cig, and you wasted it on bullshit. Does that sound like high caliber to you, bud? He goes, I don't fucking know. And he goes, you don't fucking. Are you serious that they set me up on the first fucking month of the Baywicks themselves? Fucking waiting with a Joe Jack who doesn't know a fucking high caliber from low caliber. He goes, listen, I don't know what you want from me. And he goes, maybe what I want from you is to fuck off and give me your half. He goes, I'm not going to fucking do that. He goes, oh, well then maybe I just want you to shut the fuck up. Be good at your job. He fucking puts the cigarette back in his mouth and fucking stands there. He goes, you know what, fuck it, I'm taking a pisser. Fuck off. And he kind of like walks over towards a little bit past the canal, starts taking a piss into the canal. We see the other guy kind of walk up, and we actually probably get a shot of the guy taking a piss, and then he hears the footsteps and he goes, what do you want now? Do you want me to fucking hold your hand while you take one too? And then we hear a gunshot as the Irish guy's head just mists. And then we get yeah, no, probably about 5 minutes early. No, yeah, I get it. Real fucking asshole. And fucking, we get the shot of New Amsterdam as we kind of pull up above it. And it says October 1st, 2032. 2032, right? Correct? 32?
I am double checking because
I
I'm pretty
believe it's
sure
32.
we pinned it somewhere.
I think we pinned it.
2036?
No.
No, we did not. Wow.
I
Hold on.
could have thought 2032 or 2033.
It's one of the two. We are 2032. Yes. No, wait, hold on. Sorry, guys. I know this makes for great TV.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Black
it's 2033.
Yeah.
2033. Yeah.
Okay.
And where we start is we are actually going to start with Scene. Scene, what have you set up?
Scene has sent a message to
Yeah.
every member and named employee
Yeah.
of Tartarus
Okay.
with a time and date to meet at Tartarus in the Ready Room. Other than Marcin, obviously. Marcin still being
Who is
bedridden.
kind of on a bed. And we'll cut to that in a little bit. But first things first, everyone finds themselves in the Ready Room. And the table that is normally in the Ready Room is gone. There's a couple more seats, and the couches have all been put into a circle. And Scene, are you there waiting, or are you going to be fashionably late to your own appointment?
Oh, no. Scene was there waiting.
Okay. So who's the first one to show up? who would be punctual on time?
Is the ready room?
I
The
would.
ready room is this little red
Say
and
what?
black room. The ready room is this little red and black room, right?
Yes, correct.
Oh, if Trinix doesn't get there first, Cash will. Are we coming about the same time? Because we're like
Sure.
close.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay. And then
How's that?
Trinix, about what time do you get there?
What time was the thing supposed to be?
Uh,
I don't. I'm not.
we'll
I don't
say
know.
like noon.
Yeah.
Noon makes sense.
Oomfty time on Oomfty day.
Yeah,
11:50.
11:50. Yeah, you actually get there 5 minutes before Serum does, who gets there 5 minutes early. But yeah,
I'm just on time. They
You're
definitely
just on
got there
time.
before me. Like
sure.
I will have ran in to be there on time, but
Yeah.
you can tell that like Cash was in the middle of some shit and then went, "Oh fuck, I gotta go." And just
Yeah,
fucking-
yeah.
Like I probably still have something in my hands that I have been fucking with, like
Yeah.
for the server, and I'm just like now I'm just sitting and still fucking with it, but I'm
Yeah.
like present. Like
What about Cachette? What time does Cachette get there?
Cachette's been in Nord this whole time, so Cachette's got a bit of a travel time, so he's gonna be a little late, traffic.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'll get there a little bit after the time, just
Okay.
because I'll probably see Cash running. I'm like, okay, she's usually not that late, so I can get there.
yeah. And then what about Trinix?
Well, I want to get more in Cachette spirit.
You already covered Trinix. Trinix was there
Oh.
10 minutes early.
Oh yeah, 10 minutes early, that's right. And Suzerain would be there as well, like 10 minutes early. Like right with you. The rest of the employees show up roughly on time, give or take a couple minutes either way. Felix is there like 15 minutes late.
Right.
I think that probably you've got Boris, who is there. He's right on time and seems to have planned it to be right on time. Violet is a no-show.
Ooh, okay.
Scene, did you
Yeah.
want my people as well?
No, it's your people are your people. They're not.
I didn't
So
think
we
you'd
have
want my people.
Serum, Suzerain, Boris. This also went out to Bit Crusher, Chocolat,
Yep.
and Decibel. Didn't go to Pierre because I'm not going to pull Pierre away from whatever he does.
Sure. Yeah, and Chocolat is there, like right on fucking time as well. She's really good about being set like a watch. Ever since she has taken over the position of head waitress and head hostess, she has been doing phenomenally well. I mean, it's only been like 9-10 days, because it's been 11 days since our last session, right? It's only been 11 days really, or more like 10 days, that she's been filling this role, but she's been banging it out of the park the whole time, right? Everybody loves her, like all the girls and the guys love her, and she's good with mitigating issues between kitchen staff and like front of house staff, which is pretty important if you're head host / hostess. And
I think
Boris
being
hasn't
able to-
said, oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think just being able to step up to that position on such short notice and
Yeah.
do that well, it's good merit.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, she's experienced doing what she does. She used to be a high class call girl before
Makes sense.
all of this shit happened, like
Before
before the
The
operator.
accident.
Yeah.
When she walks in, I'll be like, "Hey, girl." Just
And-
look up long enough to be like, "Hey."
Yeah, and she's Chocolat kind of like, she's distant, but not distant because she's rude, more because like she's just one of those people, those people who
Yeah.
kind of they got walls, and it's not
Mhm.
necessarily a bad thing. It just is what it is.
You get boundaries. Boundaries are safe and okay.
Yeah. But no,
Quiet observer corner person.
absolutely. So I think that we've got everyone in this circle, right? And
Omen's fashionably late.
Omen is of course fashionably late, and I think that probably the latest one is Cachette. Because like Cachette, did you leave at the time it was supposed to be?
No, he left a little bit before then. He probably got there around the same time Felix is. Maybe they carpooled.
Sure,
Oh,
that would
yeah.
make
Because
sense.
they're probably both
'Cause, yeah,
coming from
Felix has been. I will give you the update. Felix has been hanging out a lot more in Nord. He still maintains his room here and shows up every once in a while to hang out and maybe do some club party stuff. He's starting to get a little bit back into the swing of things. He seems to be in a little bit better pallor and health. But he still is he's still quiet, and he still leaves every night with those vectors, and goes and works. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
he's in a weird in-between state. But yeah, everybody shows up, probably as like Felix and Cachette are walking in. Felix is just like, it doesn't matter. Not like anyone else is ever on fucking time. And then like looks inside the room and sees everyone is there and is just like, time,
Traffic.
Okay.
traffic.
Just traffic.
Yeah. And everyone kind of sits down. And I think that in preparation for this, it would make sense that Scene would have everyone would get lunch for everyone probably, right? So what would Scene do? Would would they order out? Would they get stuff from the house kitchen?
Oh God, not tacos.
No fish tacos.
It's probably like sliders, something
Yeah.
simple.
Classic. Can be made very well in-house as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got everyone here. There's a slight murmur in the room. Floor's your scene.
Is Trixie here too?
Yeah, Trixie's here. I think. Was Trixie invited?
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't really list her because I kind of put Cash and Trixie on the same boat.
Oh.
Okay.
But
So
no,
yeah.
she could totally be there. That's fine. It'll be good to
Yeah.
get her input.
Yeah.
If she's here, I'm sitting beside her. Okay, good.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Of course.
Okay. But yeah.
Yeah. So first thing I will say, there's no head to this circle of couches. Everyone is sitting equally in a circle. This is going to be a really uncomfortable time for some people. Yeah, and Scene's going to lean forward and say, I appreciate you all for making it. Looking at the empty seat where Violet is not.
Yeah.
I have spent the last 10 days going over everything that has happened in my absence and coming to several realizations as to the chaos that's been sown here in Tartarus. And I'd like to have us all take a moment as a group to kind of clear the air a little bit. So I'm going to ask everyone a question. I want your honest answer. I'll know if you're lying. Looking around the room. Then looking to Trinix and just being like, well, I don't know if you'll even care to lie.
Nope.
Probably hears you chuckle and just like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
So since I have this, I wrote this, just kind of wrote down everyone's names, so I'm just going to start from the top. So Scene will look at Cash also as, co-ruler right now, co-leader, whatever we are, and just be like, Cash, the question I have is, why are you here?
And Cash, before you answer that, I
Mhm.
would like to have a little a flashback. Cash, it is the night of again. Scene told you to get the fuck ready because you're about to go and rescue your wife from Nord. Your
Yeah.
wife?
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. And
My
I
wife.
think that probably what we have is, Cash is getting ready. And, what does this look like as Cash is frantically,
I am going to completely strip off this outfit
Mhm.
and just drop it on the floor. I don't care where it lays because
Mhm.
it's done. It's whatever.
Mhm.
Jump in the shower, scrub as much as she can off of her because she's just trying to get the blood off of her hands and whatever. This still
Your
hurts. I
hand
forgot
hurts
about
like a
that.
motherfucker.
Fuck yeah, it does.
As you're cleaning
Shit.
yourself, soap gets in it, and you realize,
Ugh.
oh fuck, this is because you've had adrenaline this
Right.
whole time. You're like, oh
Yep.
fuck, I did something stupid tonight. Like,
Yep. Yep. So this sucks. So at some point I probably have it like above my head while trying to get the rest of the shit off of me.
Mm,
As dry as possible, but like towel dry hair because
Yeah.
fuck it.
yeah.
And fresh clothes. And I'm not even like 100% put together, like not cute. I mean, it's cute because all of her clothes are cute, but
Mm.
it's not put together cute. This is clean and within arm's reach cute.
Yeah.
So like thrown on maybe even like a sweatshirt, and I've got the towel that I used to wipe my hair with wrapped around
Mhm.
my hand because I
Yeah.
have to go to the med bay.
Yeah.
This won't stop bleeding. I have to go to the
Yeah.
fucking med bay. So
Right.
when that's done, I will run down to the med bay. And
Sure.
that's when I was like, where's this? I need this. And they were still working on
Yes.
Lucky.
Yeah,
And
yeah. And that's
Susan
when you
told
get the
me,
shot and everything. Yeah.
right. And so I just like I grab the gauze off the count or off the
Mhm.
thing. I grab the fucking, I guess it's like another air hypo for
Yep.
later, and
Yep.
shove it in a bag. And as I'm coming up to scene, where would you be? In the garage?
Oh yeah, waiting at the van.
Gotcha. As I'm coming up to you, I'm literally like wrapping my hand and then like, ripping the fucking like gauze apart and then tucking it in because I didn't get any fucking tape. I just grabbed the gauze,
Yeah.
right? So I'm just like, I'm ready, and I throw shit in my bag.
Yeah.
Fucking go. Oh, do I have guns? I bring a gun. I bring my
Okay.
submachine gun.
Smart
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I'm gonna have to unwrap it if I have to use it though. It's fine,
right.
whatever. That's why I have more gauze. It's fine.
Yeah. And you hop in the van and scene. I'm assuming you, with all due haste, blast your way there.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah. So you swing, and the second you hit the Amstel, you actually start getting warnings from Demos, from Democracy Ltd, on all radio stations that are like, warning, there is a proximity alert that you are heading towards the Northern District. The North District is currently under increased criminal activity. Please be advised that this area is considered on
Click.
lockdown. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you turn it off and you whiz over the Amstel. And the second you cross over, you feel a hail of small arms fire just like pepper the van as you like skid your way past a fucking like group of these of these United Front dudes who are just at this point, they're shooting anything. You know what I mean? Like these guys are, you can tell these guys are fucking panic mode. You know what I mean? And right. And you skid past. Do you just keep driving?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you zoom past, and you've been to Ingvar's plenty of times. So you know the route by heart at this point. You skip the street, you hit to the next one. Oh shit, there's an overturned truck on this street. Let's zoom around the other way. You know what I mean? Like there's fire and shit everywhere. And Cash, looking out at the scene here, this place, it looks kind of like the tracks did when it was at war. There is
Yeah.
bodies, fire, you probably see 2 blocks down what looks like might be the start of an execution squad. Like there's a whole bunch of shit going down. You know, and you finally get into Ingvar's scene. Ingvar probably gave you a fucking garage fob at some point because it makes sense that he would. Like between you and Lucky, both of you would probably get some garage access shit.
Yeah.
So you pop in and like in the garage because she's waiting for you. You see Trixie, who is no longer in wedding attire. She is in a pair of gray sweatpants and a gray sweatshirt that is the unfortunate high school or the unfortunate collegiate sports team of New Amsterdam, the New Amsterdam Seamen. As she kind of looks at you, and like she has a couple tears in her eyes. And the second you get out of the van, she just sprints for you.
Oh yeah, I'm running too. Like I
Yeah.
throw the door open and I just start running.
Yeah, and like you two like meet in the middle and like have this huge hug and kiss sort of moment, and she's like, oh my God, I'm so glad you're okay. I didn't think I
Oh.
was going to see you again.
I know. I'm just gonna like touch her face and be like, it's fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. Everything's okay. It's gonna be
And
fine.
she's like, it's okay that everything's not okay.
Right. Yeah. No, it's that's I want to talk about this, but I don't know if I want to talk about this now. I don't know. Like it's a lot. Like it just happened. Like it just
And you
happened.
guys are like,
Fucking
and
what just
by the
happened?
way, you see Felix and Ingvar. Well, actually, you see Ingvar, not Felix. Felix is currently with Cachette. Not like actively doing anything, just sitting by Cachette. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Which
Cachette is probably passed out by now, but would have just said, "Hey, take my arms off so that I don't do anything in my sleep."
yeah, absolutely. And Felix is watching over, even though you are in possibly the safest place that exists in New Amsterdam, let alone Nord. One of, not the. If a megacorp said fuck you, then fuck you, But yeah, he's still watching. But we'll digress because we've got stuff to do with Cachette when we get to Cachette. But whatever the case, she's like, listen, we gotta go. And like Ingvar kind of like goes, I can pop I can pop distractions if you like. Kind of looking at you, scene. Scene.
Damn.
Right, I had it muted
Ah,
because I was coughing.
oh,
Distractions for me to get out, or for us to get out, or what does he mean
kind of
by that?
nods. Yeah, for you to get out.
Are
Oh,
we taking everybody? Can we take everybody or are we
we
no?
can
Oh
we
I
no,
can fit
guess
a
no.
lot of
Felix.
people, or if you, I can just take.
Besides,
Yeah,
Ingvar, the three people who are here right now, weirdly enough, want to be here right now.
yeah.
That's
You know
fair.
what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Um I'm not saying anything. I'm
Sure.
just happy. Like I'm just just making out with my wife. Just
Yeah.
I'll
I
look at the
found my
two.
wife.
I'll be like, yeah, let's get a distraction. That way, I don't take too much gunfire while they're making out in the back seat.
Kind of grins and goes, yeah. And then
Yeah.
he kind of walks up to you, Scene, and he puts his hand on your shoulder and goes, good to see you. Got new toys. And kind of has a big fucking grin on his face.
Scene will smile back like, I'm proud. I'm glad. Can't wait
Yeah.
to see him.
And yeah, he goes, he probably says, go, fireworks start in 2.
I want to hug Ingvar before we bail.
Oh, absolutely. And Ingvar is the perfect hugger. Like he is massive. He knows just the right amount of pressure to apply. Like you can tell that if Ingvar was not one of the premier dealers of death in New Amsterdam, he'd be the biggest sweetie you've ever met. You know what I
That's
mean?
fair. I
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
love him so much. I do. And I will tell him that. Like I love you so much. Thank
Yeah,
you so
and
much for
he'll
keeping her safe. Thank you so much.
pat you on his head because again he dwarfs you by like 2 feet, maybe 3.
Yeah.
He's got some cyberware. And he says, be safe. Good one you got.
I know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And yeah, probably Trixie looks at him and goes, thank you so much. I don't know how I can ever repay you. And he like holds up his hand and he goes, friends, Felix, kind of just nods. And he kind of gives you guys a wave and he's going to like walk over to the elevator.
Yeah, and I'll get ready to book us out of there.
Yeah.
And
I'm getting in the back.
yeah. And so is Trixie, of course. And
Yes.
as you kind of get everything ready, you start to look at like you start to look around and maybe you have some sort of radar or some sort of like radio comms like scanner or something like that. I'm not sure. Oh, I know what it is. There is a big vid screen that shows cameras on the outside of the garage and on the outside of the building, right? And you see that there's a large group of these people that are starting to get closer and closer because Ingvar's is the only place tonight that's had a lot of activity. And United Front ain't happy about that. So you see that there are more and more people getting closer. And then you see that a timer is in the upper right hand corner and it's like it's probably at like a minute at this point left on the timer.
Engine's ready.
Yeah. And do you let the timer tick down?
Oh yeah, we're gonna wait till he said 2 minutes. We're giving
Yep.
that 2 minutes.
Yeah. So you
I'm
see it tick down. Yeah.
holding this woman. I'm
Oh, yeah.
holding this woman. Like
You
just
see it get to 45 seconds, to 30 seconds, 15, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And as it hits 5, we get a view of the outside where we see these perfect metal discs, boom, with a 50 cal machine gun. Boom, boom, boom. And then we get 4, 3, and then we see the ceiling or the roof. And on the roof, we see 2 SAM turrets kind of raise over and aim. 2, 1, and then we see all of these armaments on the outside building just light up, and just fucking the street around it goes from being a place inhabited by people to a place inhabited by corpses. There is no survivors. The garage door opens and you see 4 people who were piled against the garage door thump themselves into the garage door. Like into the garage itself.
we push them out before we leave.
I mean, that's your
Oh, fuck,
choice.
Get a broom.
Oh no, we're going.
Yeah,
The garage
and-
door will shut, and I'm pretty sure it'll shut through them if it has to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
okay.
you guys whiz out, and I think Trixie probably sees a little bit and then like grabs you, Cash, and is just like, you don't need to watch this. This is, sort of thing.
Right. I think she fucking grabbed me and I'll still like see it. Like maybe she's
Yeah.
holding me and like hugging
Yeah.
me, but I'll still see it. And there's trauma. There's trauma.
Mhm.
Tonight has been a traumatic night. And I
Yeah.
just sort of like, I don't know, disassociate maybe?
And I
Just
think,
like a little.
and there's probably a thought that goes through your head as you're zooming away that is, thank God he's on our side,
Right. Oh my
Um,
God, yes.
And we like have all of that happen, and then we zip right back to Cash on that couch after hearing the question. What was it? Why are you an edge runner? Right?
Well, it's why are you here? Like,
Why are you
with,
here?
with
Yeah.
Tartarus? What is your reason for being here? Kind of.
Yeah.
That was the vibe that came with that question.
Yeah.
So she will have been fiddling with this thing for a minute. And when she'll probably fiddle for it for a second more and then stop and go, originally we were here to get out of a bad situation. But now I'm here to try to make the world a better place. And this is the only way that I know how to do it right now. And I'd also like to keep my family safe. And this is the safest place I can think of right now. And then she's gonna go back to fiddling. I know. But like in the moment.
Oh yeah.
And scene,
Yeah.
we'll nod to that, and we'll look to Trixie for Trixie's answer, because it's
Yep.
they're
Trixie will probably look at you and go, I go where she goes. She thinks this is a good decision. I tend to agree that at least we're around some good people. And she says, plus, who else is going to cover my ass for White Wolf when I make the biggest fuck you mural on the side of Demos's headquarters? And there's like a chuckle around the room as she says that. You know what I mean?
I will stop fiddling. I will look at her directly and go, I fucking love you. And just go right back to it.
so we're not spending like the next hour having NPCs and stuff answering. If
Yeah.
you want for the NPCs, you can give me a
Sure.
simple answer, or if you want to elaborate on an answer for some of them, you certainly can.
Okay.
And that'll
Yeah.
give the rest of the PCs time to come up with their answers as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. So go ahead, and if you want to, it might make sense to intersperse the NPCs
That's
between
what I was
the
also
PCs.
thinking. Is next I'll
Yeah.
give it to Serum.
Okay. Yeah. So you look at Serum and you ask him why he's here.
Yep.
He's like, well, first of all, I was kidnapped to be here, but when I got kidnapped, it honestly, this place was not nearly as bad. We had been told about this gang that was operating, or this group of edge runners, and how they were kind of the boogeyman. And like when you guys were like, we had some data, which I Still no idea what that was. Don't answer. I don't care. Probably gets me in less trouble. But I don't know. Kind of just grew up in a shit part of town. Kind of just done with growing up in a shit part of town. I feel like this is better than growing up in a shit part of town, right? Plus, this is the most fucking friends I've ever had. And like, everyone kind of chuckles again. He goes, and movie night's always fun. And he kind of looks over at fucking Payne Dexter.
Gets a thumbs up.
Yeah, yeah. And he kind of shrugs and goes, I don't know, I'm not a philosopher, but y'all are my friends. I'd rather rob a bunch of banks I'd rather rob a bunch of people and kill a bunch of people with my friends than rob and kill a bunch of people with people who I fucking hate.
Get a respectful nod.
Yeah.
For the player characters, is there anyone specific that has an answer ready?
Ooh.
That way I'm not calling you out on the spot and you're like, crap, I don't know.
I could go, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
We'll look to Cachette.
And Cachette, before you answer, we're going to cut back to Nord. This is the day after. It's morning time, and actually, probably what wakes you up is you see Felix. He kind of nudges you and he goes, hey, sleepyhead. Hey.
Yeah, Cachette wakes up, and it was a very restless sleep. Like,
Oh, yeah.
maybe they put like a blanket over him, and it's on the fucking floor. He rolled around on the couch so much it fell off, and
if you
tries
think
to
that Felix didn't replace that multiple times,
like trying to sit up, and it's pretty hard to sit up when you have no
without
arms.
arms. Yeah.
But
And
actually does like do a half a kip up. He's lived without his arms long enough. He knows how to do some stuff
since he
without
was
them.
a kid, yeah. And Felix kind of probably tosses you an arm, and you see Felix, he's in like an oversized t-shirt. You can't see if he's wearing anything, on his legs because it's long enough.
Mhm.
And he's got in one hand he tosses you the arm, and then the next hand he kind of like hands you a plate, and the plate has like some toast and like some kind of schmear of something on it. And he's like, Ingvar wants some words, but I told him that you should have some breakfast first.
And he gets the arm in such a way where he can lean into it and kind of half pop it in enough to where he can reach over, take the other one, pop it in, use that hand to correct the other one,
Right.
clip them in on their shoulder. They probably like clip on where his shoulder blades would be.
Right.
And is just eating really quiet. Just gives a kind of a dead nod.
Felix kind of goes, I think that Ingvar might be a little bit better than me at consoling you at this moment, but you did what you had to. And that's all I'm going to say, because you don't want to hear more from me. Kind of gives you a slight smile, like one of those ones where there's almost a little pain. And he's like, and Ingvar's in the sauna. And for what it's worth, I think you're right. And he's going to walk out of the room.
Yeah. Me, the character, I wonder what he meant by that.
Yeah.
But Cachette will do enough eating to where it's respectful and you're not wasting food, but it's clear that you didn't have the heart or the stomach in it.
Yeah.
Get up, throw on his shirt, and then go to Ingvar's. Still wearing this just this ratty old like service tank top. It probably has like IDF on it.
Right.
And just some like cargo pants. And they're covered in not blood, but sweat, ash.
Actually, I will say there is a clean set of clothes that look roughly your size on the table One of them is a NA non-applicable shirt, because callback, of course.
Oh, you mean Dove's
Dove shirt.
404 future
Yeah.
not found.
Yeah. Except this one just is NA future non-applicable.
That works.
Yeah, and then
Poor New
probably
Amsterdam.
just to say what?
Said poor New Amsterdam.
Right.
The city
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
do anything wrong. It's the
Yeah.
people in it that turned it into a shithole.
Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
kind of a monument to greed that was built specifically for those people.
New Amsterdam was here long before. Just
Amsterdam
because you
was. Oh
reincorporate
yeah.
it. Just
Yeah,
because
that's
you
fair.
reincorporate it doesn't
That's
doesn't
true.
mean
That's honestly
anything.
true.
Buildings
You're
don't have
right.
feelings. They didn't choose to be what they are.
That's
You know
true.
They
that's
didn't
not
ask
true.
for this.
Yeah.
I won't have that conversation now, but you know that's not true.
I didn't ask for this.
But yeah, so and there's like a clean pair of combat khakis actually. Not combat khakis, combat cargos.
Yeah, he'll put the cargos on, but he'll keep the IDF shirt.
Okay.
But he'll go to the because also he's thinking something like if I'm going into a sauna, I
Yeah,
might
that
not
makes
have
sense.
arms, but
Yeah. And as you're kind of walking around, you see the whole nine. Just to remind people what Ingvar's apartment looks like, it is a massive sprawling floor that essentially all of the walls, except for load-bearing ones, have been taken out. And it is like a complex in which there are women who are not wearing clothes for security purposes, and also maybe because Ingvar's a freak, who knows? Like that are assembling weapons, packing things into other things, getting shipments ready. And like there is just an air of, well, it's a really weird environment. It's one that like people are pretty happy to be working in because they're safe. You know what I mean?
and Kashet's doing that whole thing like he's that not paying attention looks.
Yeah. And
Then
literally none of them. In fact, the one that you do that to kind of lets out a slight giggle before continuing to assemble a fucking 1911 with like
it won
yeah,
3 world wars.
3 world wars. Yeah.
And like it's useless to do that. The fingers meet in such a way
Are
where
skeletal.
there are gaps between them, but oh
Right.
well.
Yeah.
It's
But
the
yeah,
thought that counts.
exactly. And you make your way to Ingvar's sauna. You open the door and are hit with the smell of a strange perfume, steam, sweat, and hashish. As you kind of enter, you see him sitting there with his massive his massive hookah that is full to the brim with this brackish brown like brick that he has sitting on top of it. He takes a big pull from the hookah, breathes out this massive weedy smelling cloud, and he kind of points it towards you and offers.
He holds up a hand and no thank you.
Kind of nods and takes another hit and then sets it down and kind of raises a finger, and one of the women that's in this fucking sauna, because again, there are women everywhere in here, right? Kind of
Where's a
grabs
freak?
Yeah, kind of grabs the hookah and walks it over to a corner, and like 3 of them like start taking turns on it instead. And Ingvar kind of leans forward. Keep in mind, this man has far too small of a towel that is simply laying on his lap. You know what I mean? And he kind of leans forward with his massive fucking hands. I'd call them gorilla hands if it didn't mean something different in this setting. Like his hands are huge and his hands are organic. You know what I mean? Like you can see he's got a Sandevestian that kind of creeps over his shoulder blades. His Sandevistan. No, you can see that one of his eyes is like bright blue and like a cyber eye, and he's got kind of this long half-cut, undercut Viking haircut. Covered in tattoos, like these Nordic tattoos all over. Kind of leans forward and he just looks expectant.
And even without the heat, Kashet's face is fucking red because of this situation that he keeps finding himself in here.
Yeah.
Where he is surrounded by naked people, and
It's the
as much
city of
as he
sin, Cachette. The city of
much as-
sin, the city of skin.
as much as he is a fucking murderous fucking war machine on legs,
Yeah.
he is an innocent boy.
Oh yeah.
He just walks and like sits nearby,
Mm.
and he's like, probably can't stay for long. Who knows how long until these things rust up.
kind of grins at that a little bit. Kind of says, and Ingvar is the kind of man to let things hang in the air for a while. You know what I mean? So he kind of waits. And he waits. And then he says, "You Israel, yeah?"
And he just like pulls on the shirt. He's like, "Oh, give it away? I thought that you would have thought I got this at a curio shop."
Kind of taps on his shoulder, and you see that amidst all of these tattoos, there is one that is essentially like an IDF kind of like Black Ops group tattoo,
Mhm.
Says sell to and work for Israel before. You hate Nazis?
Of course I do. Keep a little book. Anytime someone kills one with one of my weapons, I tell them, "You let me know." Make a tally in the book.
Kinda. Hate motivates you?
He leans back there. He's like, "I don't know what motivates me. I used to think it was that. I don't know what anything is anymore. But I keep doing it because I'm good at it."
Ingvar, he rolls that around in his mouth for a second, because that's an answer he probably wasn't expecting, and probably goes, "Man who's good at what he does? Yeah, I can work with that."
It's funny that
You
you mentioned
go ahead.
work, because that's what I was thinking.
Kind of bobs his head a little bit, strokes his beard, and goes, "Big risk. Don't like him. Not selling anymore. Big risk."
I need a safe place for the next Meganaw. This one's trash. How's about this? I will give you the schematics for everything I've made since I've come to this city, including the weapons on the Meganaw and the Meganaw itself and the Type 2.
Kind of says, "I've heard of you. No work. Good job on Uzi patent. Solid. Spring too loose. Otherwise, perfect." Kind of gives you a slight jabbing grin,
I was 17. What did you want?
Shrugs. Goes, "What happened? Not-ish. What happened out there? Slight issue. You fight this war. You fight to the last man. Yeah?"
That there is more of a steel to Cachette's expression as he leans forward and is like, "I fucked up, and I started a war, and it got a lot of innocent people killed. I'm going to make sure that everyone who wears a united front is 6 feet under by the end of the year."
And there's this strong stare. Like, you can tell Ingvar is reading every damn thing about you that he can in your face. He's old for this city. He's in his like late 40s. You know what I mean?
And actually, yeah, it was quiet, and then he's staring back at Ingvar and says, "Beware of old men in a young man's game."
And Ingvar probably pauses for another second. A big grin cracks and goes, "You think you start war? No. War's been happening. They just don't talk about it." And he reaches out his hand to you.
Yeah, he'll take it in his mechanical hand.
And he'll shake your hand, and he'll kind of hold up his finger, and one of the women is going to come by and hand you a data shard. He says, "Slow."
I don't have any cyberware like that.
Agent?
I don't want. Pulls out his agent and slots it into the agent.
Yeah. And as you slot it, you see that there is a contact number. Contact number simply says Paravala. There we go. And he says, use my name, use Lucky's name. Meeting with Union. Union will win war. Union needs guns. Union needs motivation. Union needs outside help. Otherwise, Union dies. To the last man, Cachette.
Union needs a Megana, a shield.
Use facilities to whatever ends you need. Money, tight. If situation better, money looser.
I've got enough money to put this thing back together. Bigger, meaner.
And he probably says, one rule, no strays. And like you probably about this point, he kind of points out the sauna door, which is a glass door, at Felix, who is currently casually bothering one of the women, and like they're joking around. He goes, picked up one too many already.
Condition for my work.
Mm.
Keep him happy.
He kind of smiles and goes, couldn't keep him sad if I tried. Big fucking grin.
Definitely not. I mean, I'm sitting right here and I can tell.
Yeah. And he says, Biz done. Biz settled. Need anything else? Office hours. And he kind of grins, like you have no idea what the fuck this man's office hours are. It's probably just bullshitting you.
I can tell when I'm not wanted. You can have fun with the hookah and the ladies and maybe Felix. I don't care. I'm out.
And he goes, Cachette, room you stay in, free of charge, clean up messes. And kind of he has the hookah brought to him as he fucking takes another pull.
Thank you.
Yeah. And yeah, I think we cut back to Cachette sitting on the couch as you've been asked, why are you here?
And he's been working on schematics this whole time. He's got blueprints. He's got his agent open with all this shit on it. He's just like, Dove brought me here. Dove said that you people need guns. So I build guns. And I'm going to kill every last Nazi in this city.
Well, I can't argue with that. So let's see. So, next person, go to an NPC. We'll go to... Who would be the closest? We'll go to Felix. Right, Felix, yeah.
The
Yeah.
wonderful, wonderful cat.
That's a good idea. So you cut to Felix and you ask him why he's here.
Yeah, like what keeps you here?
He
It might
goes,
change a little for him because I know
Yeah.
he's been through a lot.
He's like, it was the drugs, and the booze and the dancing and the drugs and the dancing and the drugs and the drugs and the drinking and the drugs. But at this point, and he looks like he's about to say something really snarky, but then his face kind of breaks a little bit, and he goes, I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for you guys. And I know I bullshit you a lot, but I guess I just got to say thanks. Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Cachette probably reaches over, pats him on the shoulder, and goes, and the drugs.
Yeah.
And the drugs.
And the drugs. Yeah, and Felix kind of chuckles and goes, "Yeah, and the drugs." Speaking
Yeah,
of
you know
which,
that.
no. Oh, by the way, did you call Scav to be in this meeting?
We're gonna say no
Because
because
yeah, he's hanging with Lucky at this point
yeah,
still.
it's more. Yeah, it was a. He's probably not gonna come, and it's an awkward situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Why are you here? Well, someone might assume that he would say, "Well, my girlfriend was." No. um,
Check the
yeah.
black box. That's why.
all right.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just trying to think. Who? Which? Well, does
I could go.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead.
And Pain Dexter, before you answer. Wow,
Damn.
who'd have thought
I-
that this was the pattern?
I sense a pattern here. Yes.
Yeah. Pain Dexter, we're going to cut to it is the next day. You have just ordered. I am assuming you still are wanting to order these things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a fuck ton of cyberware. A metric fuck ton, one might even say. And maybe we're in the middle of these being installed. And go ahead, Scott, and give me just one med tech roll or whatever your surgery roll is. You're aiming for above a 20. I know I could make you do it over and over again for each of these, but I'm not going to do that. That just seems lame. Yeah, and that's also with an extra plus 10. Yep,
Ooh, I
25.
was about to be like, ooh.
No, that's with the extra
Mine's
plus 10. 'Cause
always been messed up.
yeah, we keep saying we'll fix your character sheet, and then we never do because I'm big dummy. Remind me about that sometime.
I thought you said you did it at one point. And it's
I
still...
tried. Yeah. See, my big thing is I continually am wanting to find new ways to try to fix it, but anyway, you're getting all of this installed, right?
Yeah.
And Payne, you actually, while this is happening, you get a phone call.
Wow.
this
Talk
Probably
quick.
during one of the less invasive moments. Yeah. And you hear on the other end, is this a secure line?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Hotshot. I just was informed of your stellar record. I mean, we already had you pegged for good, but we watched a few of your cuts. Real
Oh, that's
solid
awesome.
shit.
That's great. That's great. I'm a guy short, but I might have picked up some extras for the crew.
Oh, excellent. Right on, man. Listen, I know Biz has been a little bit slow on this front. We're gonna drip feed you 2K just because we feel real bad that it's been a little bit since we've been able to put you out on anything. We got a little bit of spare, but I do have something lined up. There's looks like that figure that you were chasing, right? That Zorg guy.
Yeah.
I think that we've actually figured out where he is. He's got a
That's
new
good.
posse, but it's not the same entourage that it's not Travolta's. I don't know who he's got with him. Seems like a bad crew of dudes. We actually could come with you on this one if you need some backup.
I'll probably need it.
Kind of nods. Or you hear him nod. No, it's like righteous. Excellent. And he's like probably in the background, you hear like, hey, I brought us lunch. And it's like, yep, man, I'm on the phone right now. God, these people with no respect. Like, listen, I'll send you the deets on this one here in just a little bit. But just keep in good health, keep ready, keep set, sort of thing.
Yep. Go, man, go.
And he's like, God, do you know all the references? Hell yeah. And then he's like, cage out. And like he hangs up the phone. And it is back to you on this table. And just for all of the players and the viewers at home, what are you getting?
Ooh, I get to read my toy list again.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Cyber Psycho.
I'm getting a couple of cyber eyes because who doesn't need cyber eyes? Smart gun links. Where'd it go? There's that list. Motion detector, a targeting scope, infrared and ultraviolet for those lovely eyes,
Ooh.
a little muscle and bone lace, and some nanosurgeons to keep me healthy.
Excellent. Yeah. And I think that we get that when we see Suzerain who's helping, and she's looking at this gear and she's like, wow, never installed hardware like this. You really need all this stuff?
I'm better with it, I'm sure. I'll find out for sure later.
And she's like, she's actually got a checklist and she's like, we're gonna have to put you under for the rest of this stuff. So I wanna do this while you're cogent, because for the next like several days you're gonna be pretty out of it.
Okay?
You're gonna be taking the proper upped dose of hydrochlopine on this, right?
Yeah, definitely.
'Cause after what happened, like, we need to make sure everyone is taking what they're supposed to take.
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially people that seem unstable. You know, like me.
Kind of. Do you laugh in character?
Yes.
Oh God! And she looks at you and she's like, "Right. Um."
That's him
Don't worry,
insulting you for basically insulting him.
Mhm. Yeah.
Hey,
It's
you have
okay.
you have cyberware, so you're probably mentally unstable, is what you just said.
You have more cyberware.
It's okay. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy. It's just a response to a bunch of pain.
He kind of nods and goes, "Isn't that kind of in your name?"
Oh, now you're making the funnies, huh?
Yeah. She's like, "Hey, I gotta entertain your ass somehow."
Yep. Yep.
Well, I got some entertaining for you. Why don't we do this more?
Yeah. She's like, yeah. I'm hearing that counting down from 10 as she's like putting on a mask on your face is some of the most entertaining things you can do.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Yeah, and you're out before you hit 1, even though you're doing it quick. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And yeah, and then we cut right back to you on the couch.
Okay. Why am I here? Well, if I told you I knew a guy named James, you'd say, who could this James be? I don't give a fuck. He could be one of 10 million people in at least the surrounding 2 countries. But I say the words James Dean, instantly you know who the fuck he is. He's a cool guy. He died early. Live fast, die hard, leave a good looking corpse. That's what I like. I like people saying my name and saying, I know that guy. I've seen that guy. I've heard of you. It's great. It's not exactly the same kind of fame, but people have seen what I can do, and they'll hire me if they want to. But well, last time I talked to the boss lady, who apparently was the boss man, uh, I said, I'm going to be joining you guys for good and just work for y'all. Because at that point, I thought you guys were the stable jobs, the normal jobs. And then it went crazy, and we had a
It's too late. You took the minor share. You're
giant
stuck
robot,
here now.
but that's okay.
You're
I'm
stuck here
still
now.
with you. I got one last loose job to take care of, and that's fine. I'll get enough shots from that, especially when we finally finish off what we're doing, to make a whole entire fucking movie. You ready for that, Cash? You're gonna have to edit it.
Oh yeah, it'll be Trixie.
Trixie,
Trixie, can you help me with the editing?
she's like, if I can do the shot to shot, moment to moment, I'll tweak the feelings, but don't get slugged too hard in the nose, big guy. That shit hurts when you're tweaking.
Yeah, I know. But I'm good. I like this. I'm having fun. Live fast. Die young. Leave a shiny metal corpse.
Oh yeah, and I think probably most everyone in the room is nodding along, because like at the very least, Serum is nodding along, Felix is nodding along, like all the NPCs are nodding along at least, because like this is their
Nice.
language.
I have
Yeah.
stopped finicking to be like, I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
Yeah, Payne's finished.
Excellent.
All right, from Payne, we're going to go to Boris. And for Boris, though, it's going to be Boris. We've already had a conversation.
Where's the fucking money?
No, this is now the moment where I just want us to be open with everyone. So I want you to honestly tell everyone here why you're still here. There is no longer a gun to your head. There is
Fat
no
man
longer
sweating.
there is no longer any threats to you or any of yours. So why do you remain?
He goes, well, rats won't take me back. I mean, they would, but then they'd shoot me. Most places don't like ex-rats anyway. Legitimate workforce along with semi-legitimate fuckery, which is normally my thing. Well, now that I don't have a gun to my head, uh, much more comfy workplace than usual. Um, I figure I used to be pretty big man. Reasonably. I mean, still am, as he kind of like looks at himself and he goes, but I'm getting old. I don't want to fucking sit around all day on a goddamn dock in the rain waiting for someone to sell me used carburetors or used or what am I thinking? Um Catalytic converters and all that sort of thing. Constantly waiting for the next gonk who walks in with some kind of job, having to organize all of that shit. This place is a network, a pretty decent one on top of that. It was really sad whenever bombs were getting set. I was getting kind of anxious. Figured I'd have to adios the whole place and find a new spot, maybe back in, I don't know, somewhere over in Eurasia.
See no nod. And anyone with any ounce of human perception
Yeah,
will know that Scene said it the way they said it to very openly be like anything that Boris you may hear about Boris was because there was a gun to his head.
yeah, absolutely. And he's probably he's great at bullshitting. Does anyone want to make me a human perception?
Sure. I don't even know. Human.
Very
Okay.
nice.
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay. Give you the best one. Cachette. Boris is a little bit scared. And he's also very much telling the truth with everything he is saying. And you can tell that he's not saying something, and that something that he's not saying is, yeah, and you guys are like, I like some of you. You don't know who he would have said it to, but he's not going to say it out loud. He's fucking Boris. You can tell there's some sort of sentimentalism, though.
Yeah, he just kind of side eyes him, sits back, tries to be a bit more visible that he's working on an even bigger, scarier death robot.
Mhm.
Even figures.
Which, by the way, I had all the money for. Could I have gotten the parts by now?
We'll talk about it after session.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's next, Scene?
Well, now it is going to go to Trinix. I don't expect detailed answers. Trinix, you're pretty open already with everyone. I think everyone knows you're here because you can do a lot of good. But go ahead and explain in your own words why would you remain here?
And Trinix, before you answer that question,
Woo!
we actually cut to you. It's about 2 days ago. You are in Artis. You have Rainier with you. Rainier hasn't gone cold on you, but he's still waiting on the results of you trying to get in to tell him where to find Tinfoil Boy. And probably as he's kind of waiting, you're working on something, and he goes, "Hey, you wouldn't happen to be taking company secrets home, would you?"
No. We're told not to do that. That's a bad thing.
He goes, "You're sure you're not doing that?"
Yeah.
And he kind of
I mean,
leans
unless
in.
what's in my head, but doesn't leave my head. Does that count?
Kind of looks at you with this squint, kind of takes his sunglasses and kind of lowers them. His fucking square ass, rectangular ass head forming like a brick blocking the light as he kind of looks at you and he goes, "Why don't you start off record? At this point, I can grease the wheels however much I like. Might as well give you something. Plus, if you're smart, you'll wait till you can get one of our teams to repair the veggie in your basement." Kind of puts the thing back and goes, "You're a smart kid. Get into academia. Do some studying." Kind of like casually leans back against a wall again.
Um, yeah. So, no, most of it just stays in my head, as far as I know.
And
Unless I talk in my sleep. Does that? I don't think I talk in my sleep. I hope not, because that would be weird.
kind of he's like, well, offer stands. I don't exactly see everything that I see, if you know what I mean. A lot of things happen in a facility like this. A little too big to crack down on absolutely everything. Plus, we're not in Zenith's building. If we were in Zenith's building, it'd be a different question. And probably as he's saying this, you actually see the site-wide administrator open the door behind you guys. Says, Rainier, just the person I was looking for. Would you mind taking a brief walk with me? Sorry, young doctor. Uh, we have a few things to discuss. Nothing against you or your age, more private business.
Right. Okay, cool. I'll just finish this report. Yeah, we had cool testing. But yeah. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. And you guys start, he leaves the room and he seems maybe a little bit surprised, or he wasn't expecting this at least.
Yeah.
And probably about an 2 hours, about 2 hours pass. This is the longest you've been on site without Rainier clung to your side. And as you see that, the door opens again. The site-wide administrator, Administrator Praskevich, kind of walks in, and you see beside him someone who is not Rainier, but is, well, two people actually. Both of them are armed. They are wearing tactical gear. And Praskevich says, "Young doctor, Mr. Trenix, if I may have a brief word."
Okay.
Says, "The man you know as Rainier, he has been, well, there are some resources that have needed to be shuffled around. He has been moved to another site building, unfortunately. And he will
Makes
be..."
sense.
Say what?
I'm like, makes sense. He's
Says,
kind of a cool person.
yeah. He says, yes, he will be doing very good work. But on the other side of things, and he kind of like says, according to these changes, there will be these two men. We will call them Angel 1 and Angel 2. Their identities, of course, are going to be protected due
One of
to
them
our
can't
threat.
be the devil. Am I gonna
Says,
punch? One's an angel, one's a devil.
He kind of
Another
grins and he
whole
goes,
I'm just sorry, Shem.
"Oh
but
no, he grins and he goes, no, I love to see creativity. You see, too many of these people are wrapped up too much in their own heads about numbers and about specific outcomes, but none of them ever think of the art of the science. No, and this is art in and of itself. You know what? How about this? You," and he taps one of them on the shoulder, "are Angel, and you," taps the other one on the shoulder, "are Devil," and kind of has a big grin and goes, "I like this. But because of certain NDA requirements, Rainier will no longer be servicing any of your account or work. And as long as this arrangement is going on, which I assure you, we will tell you as soon as it is not. You seem to be getting along famously with him. But until this assignment he is currently on is done, if you see him anywhere on or off of campus, I would ask that you give him his space, allow him to work away from you. And aside from that, if you are at any point in contact with him, that would be breaking strict NDA laws. Now, I do not expect that you would be breaking this, but Rainier is the type that might try to test. He is a very tricky man. So, if he does try, I would appreciate if you reported it. And he takes a data shard and hands it to you directly to me. This is my office line. I pick it up unless there is something very pressing that I am dealing with otherwise.
right. Alright. Sounds
Says, good. Now that all of that is out of the way, my friend, please continue to do your research and to find new ways in which the brain may be used. And he kind of gives you this big grin. And yeah, he's going to shake your hand and he's going to exit. And I will tell you, Angel and Devil do not speak unless they need to. They do not fraternize. They are quiet, they are pushy, and they are very to the point. They look identical. They are wearing the same full over bodysuits, meaning that they just look like faceless goons. And they always have their weapons drawn. At their side, of course, but it's always drawn. They always have their rifles out. And we're going to cut back to you on the couch.
right. So I like people being better and not getting injured, and the clinic allows me to do that with random people. Which I've actually had thoughts of further developing it, but that's nuances or whatever. But yeah, why am I here? Well, if y'all get freaking apparently making people have metal in them more, which we could do that for other people too. But anyways, and you guys get shot, you have to come to me. And then when you shoot each other, you have to come to me. So
When
yeah,
you say, by the way, when you people shoot each other, I think that there is a visible grimace that settles upon the room.
yeah.
Cachette gets
Yeah.
very pale.
But yeah, I'm here to fix your all mistakes. I'm trying to kill each other, kill others. Others try to kill you. I don't know. There's just way too much shooting.
Damn
Gotta
if that isn't a
preserve
wake up
life.
call.
Hides death robot schematic.
Well, Trinix, you're a damn fine doctor. I think you're better than our last one. But I hope you never change.
This one hasn't been blown up by grenades yet.
True.
Then Scene will then look over to, of course, as if you've noticed the theme here, other than Boris, I don't really have anyone for pain. We'll look over to Suzerain.
Mm-hmm. And Suzerain's gonna be like, oh, shit. Well, um, my bitch of a sister has all but kicked me out of Canal Belt South, and the drinks here are cheap, and by cheap I mean free. So this place gives me 3 hots, and sometimes when I sleep in the medical bay at COD, um, and other than that, yeah, I'm just fucking with you. You guys are great. I mean, genuinely, you guys are my friends. Like Cash and Trixie, obviously. Cachette, you're one of the kindest people that I've met who murders people for a living. Payne, you're genuinely funny and also have actually saved my life like a couple times. Serum, Trinix, of course, you're my friend. And Serum's like, hey, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Serum is my best friend here, other than Felix, but
Yeah.
we
And
are
kind of
essentially fighting
kind of
for
grins and
together.
goes, "You know I'm fucking with you, Serum. If it wasn't for us having burgers every once in a while, then I wouldn't realize that putting an egg on a burger actually tastes good somehow." And like
Oh, never mind. I'm not your friend anymore.
Serum's like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Breakfast burgers are the best." You people have no taste.
Well,
Cachette,
the
you're no
problem is that we
longer
still
Lucky's
have
friend.
taste.
If you don't like eggs on your burgers, you're no longer Lucky's friend.
Yeah, he's like Boris, you suck, but at least you're consistent. And like Boris is like, fair, this is fair. And Scene, I guess, well, you know what? I guess I'm gonna turn this on you, Scene, because I can. Why are you here anymore? I mean, you left, and that's okay. That's fine that you left, but well, and you can tell immediately with your passive, Scene, she kind of does have a bit of an axe to grind that she's kind of let it out and then she went, oh fuck, why did I say that? And she's like trying to calm. Cause you can tell she was a little bit hurt that you left, you know?
Uh, Scene will kind of make eye contact for a moment and be like, "We'll get to me," and then kind of let out a sigh as they look over to the last PC, which is also myself, but looks over at
Yeah.
Omen.
Mhm.
It's just like, and yeah, I'll just do Omen real quick. It's pretty short and simple.
Mhm.
I came here because I wanted to be free from the chains that bound me, and the lady in black taught me exactly how to do that. And now, well, things are just getting more and more interesting the longer I stay here, of course. But what is Jeffy? Looking around. And which Scene, and I didn't talk to you about this, but
Oh
Scene
yeah.
will just be like, Jeffy is out doing PR. I decided instead of, kicking him out in the street like you almost did, we're going to hire him on as our PR manager. He's going to work directly with Boris, and they're going to work in tandem, making sure we make a profit like we've never seen before.
Already.
Fair.
Kind of like, already. He's made a pretty decent amount. You know, he actually stole the Friday night crowd from Ice 9 last Friday. Fucking incredible.
Shit. Damn. Am I going to make a note?
Wasn't Ollie stole
That
that night.
that leaves, I think the only NPC. There's 3 NPCs left. But the only one I feel like would have a detailed like would
Wait,
probably need a
who do
reason.
we have left in the NPCs?
Bit Crusher,
Oh
Chocolat,
yeah,
and Decibel.
and Decibel. Yeah,
Decibel, obviously, I'm assuming is a pretty simple answer.
it's the fucking music
I,
man.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's it's
I
literally
want to
his shit.
know.
they let
I
him.
want to know what Bit Crusher's fucking
That's
answer
yeah.
would
Bit
be.
Crusher is going to be the one. I'm Chocolat. We got her out of a dangerous situation, gave her a job, and now she's in charge. I'm assuming that's a pretty good reason for her.
Are we
Yeah.
missing a PC? What about Doctor Drugfinger?
Oh, Narco is
He's
not a
not.
PC.
Narco's not around
He's
for
Oh, okay.
this. You don't
he is
want Narco
a
around.
no. Narco is an NPC played by a player.
Okay.
Yeah. No, he's yeah. But
But
yeah,
yeah, it'll be a look to Bit Crusher and be like, and you. I've read a lot about what's happened. Obviously, I don't think you feel you have a choice, but why why are you still here? And if given the option, would you leave?
Right. So here's the thing. When I got Braun, it was a lot like Serum, except for you all kicked my fucking door in, beat the shit out of me, then took me here, then I got the shit beat out of me again and threatened at gunpoint, and then I was allowed to actually work here. But to be perfectly honest with you, I'm working with two of the best goddamn musicians in the world, let alone New Amsterdam. And 3 hots in the cut, something like that. I think somebody around here said that. I'd have to agree with that. I don't have to really worry about paying for literally any sort of food or drink. And every night I get to put on banging shows with a fucking incredible musician. I've been making my own shit lately. That's fucking new for me. Well, not new, but like it's better than I was doing because I was making shit and the shit was shit. But now the shit's not shit. It's like pretty decent. But like, and like Decibel is just looking at her like, you fucking dumb bitch. Like, and like, he's like,
Somebody
whatever the
call her on
case.
her bluff. She actually liked having the door kicked in. Because
Uh-huh.
otherwise she would have fucking died, most likely.
Yeah.
When my face and Decibel's face is the same face, okay?
Yeah.
We are both looking at her with the same fucking face. Like, just.
Yeah. Would I leave? No. I mean, unless somebody paid me better, but you'll pay me stable enough and I get to work with great fucking musicians. Here's the thing. Would I leave? Well, would Omen leave and then tell me that I'm going with him? Then I'd leave. Would Decibel leave and then tell me I'm going with him? Then I'd leave. Otherwise, I probably won't.
Scene will nod and be like, well, the chains are off. I'm not going to hold you here by force. So if you ever do come to a better circumstance, take it.
Well, shit, I'll let
But
you know beforehand at least, and
yeah,
that's a lot more respect than I've given plenty of people. Most of my exes, to be perfectly fair.
To be clear, she
Rip.
could always leave. Just,
Oh,
just,
yeah.
just putting that out
Yes.
Right. Well, you
Not
said
according to
she could always
Cash.
leave.
Yeah.
there. Same thing with
Yeah,
Lucky.
there was
because
the
Lucky
other-
did not care. Same thing
Yeah.
with
No,
No,
I'm
no.
talking about
Lucky.
Cash.
We're talking about Cash.
We're talking
Look at
about
Amy's
cash.
face. Cash is the one that was
saying
like,
nothing. Up
go
there.
anywhere. I shoot you.
Yeah, and probably she actually probably looks over at Cash and goes, and listen, after we've worked together for this long, it's all kisses at this point. I'll forgive you. I know that you didn't apologize, but I'll forgive you for hitting me in the face with a pistol. I'll forgive you for that. And kind of has this big shit-eating grin on her face.
I am going to reach for a pistol. That is by Trixie. Surely Trixie will stop
she
me.
stops you and goes, you're letting her win. Like,
I'm just not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just
she's like, and also, just to give you the briefest of answers, Decibel, of course, it's because the music, you guys let me play music whenever, and then Chocolat is, yeah, exactly what you think. Hey, you guys dug me out of a ditch. That's not the reason I'm sticking around. I'm sticking around because I believe in the club, because this place is like, she puts it, the way she puts it, is it has potential to be better than a Vice's club, which coming from someone who was a dyed-in-the-wool Vice is like a pretty strong thing to say.
Hell yeah.
Also,
Cool,
she
yeah.
says after that, don't tell the Zween I said that.
no.
They'll
We
kill
don't
me.
know.
Like,
Yes. Yes. I mean, all of us really. So yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god, no, that's everyone, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah, it is.
All right,
That's
cool.
time for
Meeting's over. No, I'm
Steam.
just kidding.
No.
No. Scene will kind of stand up and kind of walk away towards like one of the walls and just be like, being a nomad, your whole life is family. Nothing else matters growing up. You've got your brothers, your sisters, everyone around you. Anyone who comes in, their family no matter what, and their family to the end. I came to the city doing simple jobs, met up with some strangers, did a job, did a couple more jobs. Strangers became friends. A couple months later, I considered them my family. and I have a cat in the background. And then
Did we get
I
a cat at
made
the club?
No,
well, technically.
technically.
Yeah,
Technically.
Felix is just like,
Oh no, that's not the cat I'm
That's right.
talking about.
Talking about the tiger.
oh yeah. True.
Which is not in the room because that would be an intimidation tactic. No, so they'll continue. And then I made a mistake, and I hurt the new family I had made here, and then I made a more dumb mistake and left the family I made here, even though I knew things were going wrong. And they did. I came back just in time to almost see everything crumble around me. The family I had left, half were dead. There were new members that I barely know half of you, but like I said, once you're in your family, it doesn't matter. So right now,
Olive Garden.
all of you here, you're my family, and I'm gonna build us back up to a better tomorrow. I'm gonna repair everything that Lucky did, and I'm gonna bring Marcine back, and we're gonna move on. Oh no, Amy.
what are you people laughing at?
No, she's crying.
Aww. Aww. Side note, I do have a meme to make people less cry and more laughy that I put in chat.
No, I'm not crying. I'm not crying. I mean, I'm crying because I'm laughing. Rowan knows I'm on you.
What, the Olive Garden comment? That's why I put the meme in chat. God.
It's not even that funny, but you ever have a joke that's not funny, but it just like
And like you're not supposed to
it,
be
like,
laughing, but
it
like
penetrates
you can't
your
help.
like the spalding from when it hits your armor just hits just right and it kills the whole crew.
Yes.
When you're here, your family.
Yes.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
then
that's funny. And then
Well,
Rose started to laugh, and then
This
I
is a
started to
bad
laugh. There's a
joke.
problem.
It's not
Right?
even.
Scene will
Come on.
scene
not
will
funny.
wrap up by pulling out their agent and sending you all
Olive
just a
Garden.
basic info to Olive Garden. Yes. No.
Mm.
And we'll be like,
We going out to eat afterwards? Do we want Italian?
no.
We have a membership to Olive Garden now.
Cash and I have discussed, and we were given info on a excellent therapist. I think everyone here has gone through traumatic moments. Everyone.
Yeah.
As of right now, completely covered by the club. Everyone in this room is going to go to the therapist at some point. You're going to arrange a schedule. I don't like the fact that it feels like I'm forcing you, but I think everyone needs it, even if it's
yeah.
one session.
It's mandatory.
Gosh, it's mandatory. I want everyone to go talk to this therapist, overcome anything you need to overcome. If you think that one session's enough, I'm not going to fight you on it.
Seed, I
But
think you've
if
been
I
to
do see you
Galt.
slipping,
I
yeah,
think you've been to
but
Galt. So why this therapist?
actually, no, Scene hasn't been to any therapist. Scene has
You would
no
know
cyberware, has
Galt.
never had
It's
no
not this
issues.
therapist. You've been here since the beginning. You would know
Oh, yeah.
Galt.
Well, true, but they don't know Galt. Most of them don't. So that's
Yeah.
why Scene is
That's
just
a
saying
fair
this
point.
therapist. But I will actually, now remembering, but
Yeah.
Galt has been an excellent therapist in the past. I've seen him treat, wasn't it you, Lucky, originally?
Dove.
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 Oh, it was Dove. I saw Galt work with Dove, and I know he's going to do excellent work with all of you.
Which, by the way, great question. How did Cachette react to that? Like, what is Cachette's feeling on Dove's mental stability?
Makes
Fair enough.
sense.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, he saw Dove during a fucking corpo shadow war.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone here has been through something that we're going to need to talk to someone professional, and I'm just gonna. I trust this Galt. I've seen him work. Well, seen this after work. Obviously, I'm not sitting in on these sessions. They are entirely private. And starting here forward, we're going to be more open. You can have your secret if it's, not going to be threatening to the club, but anything that's risky to the
Like
club,
the
I would like
devil
to
and
be
angel thing. Got it.
open. Devil and angel? Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. It's a work thing. Never mind.
Okay.
You said a shadow?
Okay, moving on.
Um,
Does he know that this is like the work thing is like Artis?
Oh,
Yeah.
should yeah.
Yeah. Every time
Scene
he
doesn't know
refers to
much, but
work stuff, it's RTs.
yeah, and he
99.9%
knows
of
Artis
the
is
time.
gonna Artis is gonna lock down any information, and if Scene tries to get information out of Trinix, there's a good chance Trinix will end up dead on the doorstep the next day. So
Yeah.
Scene's not gonna push that. Scene's smart enough. Uh, but also Amy Scene's not gonna open up about the AI because that's if it comes out, it's even more dangerous for the club. So
Right. Yeah. We'd already talked about that though, because just
exactly.
no.
And going forward, I'm going to have everyone, you're going to work as I have Boris and Jeffy working in pairs. We're going to have people working together in pairs. I want everything double checked with each other, not in a not trusting kind of way. I want you to work together in a way where you can feel you trust the other person. I know Payne Dexter, you don't really have anyone to go out with you and do your mission that you talked about. That's fine. If you want to pick someone to go with you, you can. If you want to go solo, totally understand.
Theorem
The
just
person
I had a
hangs the
few
has,
people.
shaka bra.
I had a few people who were kind of interested about it. He
Yeah,
looks
Serum
around.
again hangs a shaka bra.
yeah. We're going to, like I said, build for a better tomorrow. And we're going to make this club rocking. And in the background, we're going to be doing our missions, our edge runner jobs, and we're going to rock those just as hard. And none of us are going to die,
Yeah.
especially
I
with
mean,
Trinix.
some of us might die. So,
No.
Well,
like,
No.
we're
but
not anticipating death, but let's also not make false promises. Okay? Like, we know the kind of business we're in. I am saying this in front of my wife.
Yeah. No, and she's nodding along. She agrees. I think that you two have a transparent enough relationship that she does fully agree with this sentence.
that's fair.
It's not always a case of if, sometimes it's when. So, just stay
Um,
on your toes and always have a friend with you, because or family. Would very much like some breadsticks after this
so,
meeting.
Which you have sliders you could be eating right now.
yeah. Side note: this whole time, apparently, Cyberpunk 2077 has decided to do an update. So the whole time we've been playing Cyberpunk has been updating. What the heck?
Oh, neat.
I don't even play it anymore. Um, but no. Uh, if you do happen to die, I'm going to have Turnix bring you back, and I'm going to beat you to death.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The
Okay.
yeah is what's for me.
You're right.
Oh shit.
All right.
And
Now,
okay.
Oh, one teeny tiny little thing. If you don't go see the therapist, terrible, terrible things will happen to you. We'll know if you don't go. Okay. And I'm looking at Bit Crusher when I say this.
Bit Crusher is like, and Bit Crusher's like, she just shrugs. She's like, okay, like,
it's going to be paid for by the club. We're hopefully
yeah,
making enough
free
money to do
therapy.
it.
Why not? I mean, I think the people who are actually probably vaguely annoyed that they have to go would be like, I don't know. I can't think of an NPC who would be annoyed that they have to go.
Like
Maybe give me.
I could understand Decibel,
Yeah,
but
Decibel
even
might be a
he
little
was
annoyed,
like,
but he's chill.
yeah, but he also did
He
go
was,
through a whole shootout where a
yeah,
bunch of
he
people
saw
got
the fucking club shooting.
yeah.
Like
So
fucking,
like, it's everyone.
yeah,
I've got
I think the
control of
only ones that
myself.
are
I'm fine.
the only ones who are excluded, honestly, who aren't going to be pressured. Yeah, actually, Omen's going to be pressured anyways. At
yeah.
least once. Jeffy's not going to be included because he's not here right now.
Boris.
No, Boris is going. Boris,
Oh, Boris is annoyed. I forgot he was in the room. Yeah, he'd be
Yeah,
annoyed at
see-
that.
seen Boris has been through some shit as well. I don't care what Boris thinks. He's gonna go at least once.
Yeah.
That's the stipulation of employment. Fuck it. Jeffy's going to. Jeffy's going once. Every
Okay.
employee is going once
Get a good baseline.
to get a baseline. If they feel that's enough, and the therapist doesn't come to us saying, "Yo, this person fucked up," and they don't want to come back,
Why would
hopefully that won't
Yeah.
happen.
No,
It'll be
'cause they're
fine.
completely
It'll be great.
fine. I don't know
Right,
what
even
y'all thinking.
The therapist comes back, "Yo, this Trinix is fucked up," and he says he's fine. No, he needs to come to me every 2 days.
Yeah.
I mean, that's gonna happen. Don't you know who you're
Oh
dealing
yeah.
Most likely.
It's gonna be like, hey, 90% of your people are functioning addicts of some variety or another. I don't know how you guys operate.
Yeah.
I'm not an addict.
Respect.
Yeah,
Scene
right.
is going as well, correct?
Yeah, Scene will go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scene's pressing on everyone else. Everyone's going.
Mm-hmm. Oh, does that
Well,
mean Pierre's going?
Yes. Yes.
I think Pierre should go.
Pierre should go.
Scene
We're
will
gonna
make
try
his
and
own.
convince.
I mean, here's the thing:
Convince.
Pierre can go sit with the therapist, just sit and stare for like an hour if he wants to.
I mean,
But,
honestly, Pierre would be like, "All right, we're closing the bar for an hour while I go deal with this." Nah, I gotta have transit time. How much is it? Half the way across the town? Okay, yeah, we're closing the bar for an hour and 3 minutes. Like,
Hour and 3 minutes.
hour and
yeah,
a minute, I'll get you there faster. No.
yeah.
So
So,
before we end this meeting,
Yeah.
maybe we should also quickly discuss roles here. And I guess Cash will say this out loud.
No, we don't have rolls, just sandwiches.
I know,
Ah.
I know. It's
Serum
too
is
bad.
Serum
Oh,
just
God.
is like,
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I couldn't
sir.
provide better.
you could. Well, hold on. There's sliders, which come on essentially rolls traditionally, so I'd consider these rolls still. And he'd like grab one and eat it.
Perfection. So Serum and I got not Serum. Scene and I got left in charge. You guys know that. I'm gonna be
What
handling all the networking stuff.
What happens when she wakes up? Because she's recovering a
Hmm.
little bit.
Yeah, no,
She,
we'll
she
deal
gets to
with
go
that.
to therapy too.
Well, yeah,
She
but I mean, who's in that? I'm just.
We're gonna get Marcine back. Not Lucky, Marcine.
Okay.
I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna handle all the networking stuff, security stuff, anything that runs with electricity, that'll be my jam. Scene, I'm assuming we talked about this.
hey,
didn't we?
the printer's
Um,
broken again. Can you fix that?
Mm.
You said you deal
You're
I have
with anything that dealt
lackeys.
with electricity.
You do have
I got
lackeys.
lackeys. It's fine.
What
I don't
about
give
the
a shit. I
coffee
can
pot?
fucking
That
push
thing's
them.
been
Then
broken
Crumb
for
Kitty to
weeks.
fix it.
Yeah, no.
I got
Scene,
Crumb Kenny. Yeah.
Cyberware.
That's part of me.
Cyberware is
Toilet's
Trinix.
clogged. I think that kind of tangentially runs on
Mm-mm.
electricity.
Crumb Kitty
Nope,
again.
that's maintenance and that's Scene.
Scene is gonna say, I'll be handling the unfortunate job that the once lucky, hopefully soon to be Marcine held until we get her back on her feet.
Yeah, we
Meaning I
need to
have
get her
run all the
unluckied.
functions of the club.
Yeah. But feel like you can
Let me
come
just
to
put
us
it
with
this way.
anything.
To make this club run by herself, Lucky heavily abused amphetamines. She would be
Why do you
up
think-
for multiple days at a time and then crash for 24 hours and then be
Why-
up for more multiple days at a time.
Why they were
Why do
doing
you think that Scene has been applying jobs to everyone in pairs, like Jeffy and
Mhm.
Boris are going to handle all the accounting and PR. Pierre's going to handle
Oh,
the
yeah.
bar and his people. Chocolate's going to handle all her people. Everyone's going to have their groups. We're gonna keep it open in a tiered structure.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah,
if everyone tries to come to Scene, at some point Scene's like, I'm getting the tiger.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like so. Yeah, like
So
come
upgrades
to
are
us if
with
you have
who?
questions.
Because I had cool
Me,
ideas for the clinic.
probably me. Yeah.
Upgrades will come to both of us since that's going to be a large financial decision.
Yeah.
Okay.
Large financial decisions will be between the well, we'll keep it between everyone. I think I want to keep everything open and in the air. If you have a secret that's not going to be harmful to everyone if it comes out, looking at Trinix,
What? I don't have.
please.
It's only harmful to one person at this point, but I said I wasn't gonna do that. But I haven't told them I'm not gonna do it. But
I-
she's my
I'm
friend, so we're not gonna deal with it.
pretty sure if you say anything about your job at Artis, we're all dead. So you keep that to yourself.
Got it. It's not really with artists, but I get your point.
Or oh, okay, that's even more
Speaking of
concerning.
like big, uh, big things, I need to expand some stuff. Down there, like pointing towards the Netrunner space.
You're in the basement, so now you're just pointing down there, and Trixie
We're-
just looks at you and goes, "Your crotch?"
Oh yeah. Can I get a lift while I'm here? Does that like would
Actually,
that
I've
be
been
cool?
researching into that.
Trinix,
There
you
is a
don't need to
way.
answer that
Oh,
question.
We're going to take all large financial decisions to Cash, myself, and Boris, as Boris and Jeffy are going to be the ones that are going to know the most about projected earnings
Kind of
and how much
nods.
money we're going to have to spend.
money, money, money. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I'm
Ingvar
going to
said
be.
that
Go ahead.
Ingvar said that money might be looser as soon as things start going more our way in the war.
Well, right now, this club's been running in the black for months. We've got to get out of that, and then we can
No, the
focus.
black is good. Red is
What?
bad.
Red, sorry, I always think
Oh no,
green
you
is
guys have been in the black though. That's
black.
an accurate statement. Is that the club's been running in the black?
Like,
Lucky
He's
had
like
just
it on
like
like such a
skimming it.
razor
borderline.
edge.
Like, yeah, you are. Yeah, we are right on that black line of if it goes below this, we're fucked.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been running in the black for months. We need to get to the green, which shouldn't be that hard to do now. We've got lots more support. Looking to Omen and probably Decibel. We've got
Mhm.
amazing and Bit Crusher between all three of them. We've got amazing musicians. We've got an amazing bar, and we boast a security that no one's gonna breach again.
Yeah. Well, and again, you
Uh,
guys always say that, but remember, the only threats that have actually thwarted the Dutchmen were such odd, hyper-specific threats by very
Yeah.
powerful people.
Exactly.
It's
Why
kind of like
should I
locking
pay
your
for a storm door if it lets 300 feet of water in? It just doesn't make sense. It should
Mhm.
never let water in ever.
Bro,
Yeah.
the bulletproof glass didn't stop the tank round!
There you
Right.
go.
Yeah.
See? Yeah, if the
Yeah.
bulletproof glass can't stop the tank rounds, then why do I pay this? Why do
Right.
I pay the
Also-
subscription fee?
And for the foreseeable future, unless you happen to find a job yourself, we are going to have to lay off of the edge running until we find a fixer that's going to get us a job that's not going to screw us over.
I've already took the money for a
Oh,
We've
you
got
do.
one already.
You do have one.
Right,
You would
right.
know about
Oh, yeah,
that.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I will rewind a bit. Starting after the job we have coming up, we're going to hold off until we can get a fixer that can get us jobs that aren't going to screw us over.
We have a job coming up?
Well, we're in the ready room.
Yeah.
I will turn on the projector.
Well, we will get to that
Yeah,
later.
that'll be okay. Never mind. I'll schedule a new meeting. We'll get to
Yeah,
that later. We'll schedule a new meeting when we get everyone else in here.
Right. So, what I want to cut to, unless there's anything else that people want to bring up in this meeting.
The vending machine in the downstairs
Yeah,
hallway.
yeah.
I'm just
The
saying
vending
it's been
machines are
broken.
fine. They're distributing
Are
synth cocaine at reasonable times. Just because you got one
they?
lodged in doesn't mean that the synth cocaine will not come out of
Do you
it.
know how many firefighters had to come when I got my hand stuck in there because I wouldn't let go of the synth coke?
You should have let
Listen.
go of the synth coke.
A lumber mill burned down. Do you know how much
God
uses
fucking
lumber
damn it.
has?
Okay.
Listen, just let
Someone's
me
been
know
putting
next time and I'll
cyber
get
parts in
come
the
to handle.
recyclable bin.
Yeah. So, finally, we have one more group of people to look at, though. Marcine, you have been in and out for days. You know when you have like a fever dream that lasts a couple days and it feels like time isn't real and it stretches on forever and it also takes no time at all? Well, that's been you for the last 11 days.
So
You've been
nothing's changed, is what you're saying.
sort of, yeah, you've been in a miasma of pain. But I think finally you kind of open your eyes and you see the harsh lights from above, the fluorescence, and you actually hear like a drum rhythm being patted out on a lap, and tapped out on the ground. Um, and you've been hearing this same goddamn rhythm this whole fucking time, right? And you kind of come to and you start to look around a little bit, right? Um, and maybe you look Scav in the face and he doesn't really register at first because you've done this a couple times, but then he kind of sees your eyes starting to sharpen and he stops and he goes, oh, holy shit, Marcine.
Did Lisa make it?
And he like kind of his face drops and kind of shakes his head no, and he's sitting right next to you. You know what I mean?
Is everyone else okay?
Um, kind of says, Connor, and then he kind of just like hangs his head.
Closes her eyes for a long moment. Tell me what happened.
You were on the ground and we'd taken you out. Connor shot through Lisa trying to take you down, and we were at a point where we were able to stabilize you, but he just kept going, and Cachette had to yeah.
Lucky Marcine probably tries to reach up her bad hand,
Mm-hmm.
probably to touch his face, and then realizes just what has happened. Do
Yeah.
they have the prosthetic on, or is that not?
uh I think, yeah, at this point the prosthetic is on. It is the same prosthetic that you had before, but the thumb is flipped to the other side. And all the other fingers, of course, are swapped
Yeah,
around
yeah.
as well.
It bends backwards except the thumb.
Yeah. God.
She looks at it for a long moment and then just puts it back down on the table. Or bed, I guess.
Yeah.
She's not going to say anything for a long time unless Scav asks.
He's gonna say, probably, he's gonna wait for a second. He's gonna ask, gaunt questions like how you're feeling. Got a pretty good idea of that one. Is there anything I can get you right now? Told me I could get you water if you need it, or extra blanket, take away a blanket.
No, that's fine. He could probably tell right now, even under closed eyes,
Mm-hmm.
she's going through a marquee
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and she's seeing everything.
Yeah. And he's just gonna sit there. Um, his habit is to drum whenever he's bored or he's anxious. And you can feel like the tension that is built up in his body as he is resisting the urge to like drum on himself, you know?
Mm-hmm. Probably comes a moment where, uh, see, the first section of that black box is the letters, and
Yeah,
she had the whole thing sent to her, courtesy of Cash.
Sam. Oh, of Cash. Yeah.
Well, Sam has sent a letter as well.
Yeah.
That's not in the black box, but Sam
Mhm.
sent a letter. And actually, no. Yeah, it is. I
Yeah,
forgot.
it is.
It is. She probably, yeah. She pretty much says, so they caught me. My only question is, why am I not dead?
Kind of, well, um, Phoenix and I and Cachette and Scene, we kind of got in the way.
Should be Lisa here right now, not me.
Kind of says, he kind of pauses and says, I can't tell you that you're wrong, but I can tell you I disagree. Should be both of you right here. Connor, too.
There's something you want to say, just say it.
Kind of says, no, you'd say it's bullshit.
You'll never know unless you ask.
You know what they call the last cigarette in a pack?
Hmm.
They call it a lucky. You know why they call it a lucky? Because
I
it's your
know,
last one.
but I'm gonna
Yeah,
ask anyway.
yeah. And here's the thing. Just because you ran out for a second doesn't mean you lost your lucky. Doesn't mean I lost my lucky. Doesn't mean the club lost its lucky. You're sick. You've been sick. Doesn't fucking mean that you're a bad person.
Scav,
It means that you've done bad things.
I don't remember. I don't remember anything from the past. I think the last thing I remember with clarity is the funeral.
Kinda pauses and yeah, no. I
That's
figured you wouldn't, but if I could jog it, I would, but
I think right now I just need some space.
and Scav kind of sits there and it's quiet for a while. Kind of stands up and goes, call me when you're feeling yourself. And you can tell his heart is broken into like 15 pieces. And says, before I go, just want you to know that there are some people who want you to be here. And be really shitty if that. And then he just walks out.
So do we have cameras in that room?
Yeah.
You would know that Lucky's awake.
And
Perfect.
you guys, as you're about to start talking, Scav kind of pops his head in, goes, "Scene, just you. I'm gonna head out for a while, but you need to go have a conversation."
Yeah, no, I'll nod. Like, call me if you get into trouble.
Kind of goes, "I try not to." And he kind of gives you like one of those really sad smiles, and
Yeah.
he strolls his way down the hallway and up the stairs.
Exit stage left.
Yeah, right. No fucking joke.
What was I supposed to say?
You did the right thing.
I was about to say, I don't think that anyone. That's the thing about a conversation like this. There is no right answer, and there is no entirely wrong answer either.
In chess, they call this Sugswang. There's no right move. There is no
Yeah.
good move.
Yeah. But yeah, Scene, do you act on that?
Yeah, no, Scene's gonna go and close the door. And just kind of
Yeah.
like stare.
And
For a
you
moment.
hear, to set the stage, sorry, you definitely hear like the heart monitor going. You hear probably a ventilator that Lucky is on, as her lungs are still probably pretty fucked up from the multiple gunshot wounds. You know,
Yeah.
you hear the buzzing hum of the fluorescent lights, and yeah, in her own living grave, you see Marcine laying on that bed, handcuffed to the bed.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll kind of walk over, stand there for just a moment.
You can tell she's awake. She's going through her marquee.
Yeah. I'll reach behind me and just like pull out the key and just undo the handcuffs.
Hmm.
Oh.
You sure it's safe to take those off? It might still be dangerous.
Well, if you're that concerned, I'll keep Valkyrie outside. But I'm not going to leave you locked onto a table or on a bed like this.
Why'd she
And,
have to die, Lisa? Why'd she have to die, Scene?
Unfortunately, the one we call Lucky, the Sam that took over, didn't give us a choice. And, well,
Scav told me a little, but I want everything from you.
yeah, we're gonna do a quick recap of like the build up to that moment,
Mm-hmm.
from what C knows at least, and then just be like, ultimately, I did give him the order to shoot. I didn't really know where he'd shoot, but he shot right. Family means everything to me, but if it takes one to save more, unfortunately, I will have to make that call, and I will do it every time. But when he moved forward to finish the job that he thought he had to do, he denied my order to stand down. Cachette did the only thing he could do.
Do you mention why she has so many holes in her?
uh, yeah, well, yeah, we'll do a break. We'll do a break. Like, yeah, no, Scene gives a whole breakdown. Like,
All right, I'm
uh,
just curious. I'm just
yeah,
curious.
Connor took the shot, and
And
even
Cash.
and with that, well, and with one hand remaining, and Lucky or Sam, I'm just gonna go with Lucky because apparently that's the one who's been in charge this whole time. Threw a smoke bomb. Cash, in rightful anger, shot into the smoke, and her bullets went true. I mean, luckily not fully true because you're still here. But at least she made sure we were able to get you back home safe. Ish.
So you're here.
Yeah, I'm here. I
I'm
I
assuming
fucked
you
up.
want to know what I know, and unfortunately, I can't tell you anything.
Cena put a hand on your arm. Like, that doesn't matter right now. Look, the time we had before everything literally went to shit over and over again, that meant a lot. And I want us to get back there. So, for now, I'm going to get everything built up. I'm going to build us a foundation that's not going to crumble down. And when you're finally up and ready, no matter how long that takes, your spot's still going to be here. And I'll still be here too. But you take all the time you need.
All right.
In the meantime, looks towards the door. Unfortunately, we're going to have to figure out what to do with Scav. Poor man's probably going to go drink himself into a hole. Or drug himself into a hole.
It's my fault. Don't
No,
blame him.
it's... Fortunately, it's no one's fault except the traumatic experience we had to go through.
No,
All I
it
can say is
is
if
my fault. He was here.
it's Lucky's fault. Sam's the one that saved him. Lucky just worked on that. I
No,
should have acted when I first suspected that you weren't yourself. I saw it a long time ago and I didn't even act on it. So really, it's kind of both of our faults if you think about it.
can't blame yourself for something I did.
You can't
You
blame
can't
yourself for
pretend
something
that
you didn't
Sam
do.
is some different demon possessing me. Whether we like it or
No,
not, Sam and I are the same person.
hardly. That's why I
No?
noticed the difference.
Whether you want to talk about a subconscious, whether you want to talk about anything else, the only point is that whatever thoughts and feelings Lucky had, they came out of my mind. Those don't just go away.
Well, do you want to shoot me?
No more than usual, she says with a weak grin.
Well, then I'd like to say that
Hey,
I don't think that was you.
you don't you don't blame yourself for Deltrick, do you?
I did what I thought was right. It was a
Doesn't mean you
mistake, and
can't feel bad about it. I'm asking if
well,
you do.
I felt bad about it for the last couple months, but like I said, I'm here to rebuild everything, and I want us to move on. At least make this place a better place for him, at least.
Do me a favor. I know it's weird me asking you. We've got one person left. Think about it, other than you and me. Hank.
We're gonna get him back.
Artis wants. Artis wants the kid who saved Trinix and Suzerain from the operator. In exchange, they're willing to bring him back. There's got to be a way to. You need to talk to. I think we can get Rainier to turn. You just need to. Sorry, I'm too tired for this.
It's okay. Don't worry. You get your rest, and when you're back up and on your feet, Artis will be crumbled to the ground, and I'll have Hank back on his feet.
All right. I trust you.
Yeah, I'll for one of the only few times Cena has ever been emotional, will actually lean down and kiss you on the forehead in a weird, just like family kind of way. And
Aww.
It's gonna make me start crying, man. Come on.
Oh man.
they'll wipe their eye a little bit, turn and head towards the door, look back, and go, "Just for your comfort, I will keep Valkyrie around, but only to make sure that if you do happen to snap again, something can subdue you, because fuck, you're strong when you're when you're in your full function."
Tufui ego eris.
No idea what that means.
It's a code word to lock.
What?
What?
That sounds like a code.
Oh,
Yeah.
Different
Oh yeah. No,
state.
the sleeper cell is activated. Now Scene is lucky.
Right.
God, that'd be terrifying.
Okay. I think that's all I have to say there.
Scene will exit the room.
All right. And I think that where we will leave tonight is we see Lucky laying in the room, the lights buzzing, and the only thing left in Lucky's head as she tries to make sense of all of this, she still hears the drumming that Scav does on himself whenever he's anxious or killing time. And I think that is where we're going to cut it for the night. All right. Great fucking episode, guys. I had a great time with that. Let's get some sign-offs. Let's start with Pain Dexter.
Hey, I'm Computer King, Supervillain Streaming, and yeah, Pain Dexter, Glory Hound, Gunhound, doesn't mind if he dies as long as he's remembered as well as fondly as James Dean. Yeah, he's really into movies, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And on Fridays, on some Fridays, I'm in Yakshas as John Zulu, who's drives a giant mech that looks like a monkey, and on the other ones, I play Nakashita, who is a sneaky Lily Clan member who still has to go and frame somebody. And on Mondays, I'm in the Shrikeverse number 69,420. Where
I love the laugh that came along with that. That was the most just like juvenile giggle, and I'm here for it.
yeah. And I play Lollipop, who's a giant brain person on a stick. Well, it's a little stickly body, close enough. He's also the smartest man in the room because he's got the most gray matter. And that's me.
All right, excellent. Next, let's go to Skiat.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Scott. Played Trinix today, which I don't know. He's fine. I don't know what everybody's worried about. Mentally fine. Totally fine. So we had a little meeting thing, and that was cool. Random ideas pop into my head at any point, so that happens. What else am I in? So Saturday. So we got two on Saturday. So this Saturday is the Doctor Who thing that I don't remember the name of my own game. The Restoration of Gallifrey. There we go. The other Saturdays are too many days in the week. The other Saturday, so Gallifrey is like every other week, and then the other Saturday is after the bomb, which is kind of cool. I don't know. They robbed a train, and then I got blamed for that one, even though I wasn't there.
Oh, I didn't blame you for robbing a train. I did blame you, however, for
For
me
you
getting
getting
hit,
hurt.
even though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's tradition at this point, Scott. Who am I
Yeah,
supposed to blame
true.
if not you?
You weren't there. You weren't there.
I still got blamed for it though.
Hey,
It was
it's okay.
awesome.
I got to blow up a train with an anti-tank.
Yeah.
I got to blow up a train.
Oh yeah.
And then what else am I? Sunday is Gloomfall, which is cool. I don't know. I did a sermon. That's all I remember.
It was good. And it was good.
Yeah. And then Monday is Strike verse something. We'll stick with the 42 some. I don't know. Weird number.
42069.
420.
Yeah. Verse 42. I don't know. It's got the number in there somewhere. But I'm in that one too on Mondays. And I'm in Team Forearms. And I like
Hell yeah.
magic. That's just pretty much all he is. Um, I think that's everything. Yeah. Yeah, that's everything.
All right. Excellent. Next, let us go to let's do Rowan.
Sorry, I was talking to my cat. Hi ho,
Oh, I've
friendolas.
been
My
there.
name is Rowan, otherwise known as Nightheart. Caught me here today playing Cachette, who is, had a really weird day or flashback to just a weird experience.
Yeah.
But, weird experiences are how we get giant death robots, so there you go. You can also catch me here tomorrow, where I will be running the Immortal War, where there's some samurai shenanigans happening. Every other Friday, you can find us in Yakshas, where there's even more giant, more death, and more robots, including some that sell stolen goods. And
Beep.
there's gonna be a word, demolition derby. So are they hip checking or are they fender bendering? Why not both at the same time? You can also find me here on Mondays, where I am in Fire Strike literally 1984, where I play two characters who are also in a giant death robot, but with magic and bugs. Offensive bugs. And this Wednesday, you will be able to find me here when we go back to Over the Horizon, where I play Sanel, who's just fucking fed up with Flanagan. He's gonna kill Flanagan. When Garza leaves to go join the Space Force and protect us all from Yog-Sothoth, I think Sanel's just gonna shoot Flanagan, and that's how we'll explain it.
I
God.
don't know. That's so
Yeah,
sad.
You're going
I'm
to
gonna
leave
feel
Flanagan
bad.
alone because people deserve happy things in my game.
No.
That's
Rude.
fair. That's true.
Does
It's
Sanel
not
want
a
a
me
happy
game.
ending?
I mean, do you want to sleep with people? Because you could just sleep with people.
Well, I was going to say, it sounds like Lotus has already had plenty of happy endings.
Lotus is gonna have all the happy endings. I'm sorry. That's exciting. I can't wait. How'd you come
But
up with a better
horny being said, that's it for me.
All right. Sorry, I keep forgetting I'm the GM. Next is going to be let's go Amy Gedden.
Hello, I'm Amy Gedden. Today I played Cash. This was lovely. When you hear your family, welcome to Olive Garden with the unlimited breadsticks and the fucking salad that's not bad. It's very nice. So this was lovely. I enjoyed it tremendously. When I'm not here, I'm also in Legend of the Five Rings, Mortal War. That's
There you go.
tomorrow. Very exciting times. And I got there. And then let's see, coming back around every other Tuesday, not this coming Tuesday, I run Nobility Notoriety, which is a very short campaign. We are, I think, coming to some sort of head. I don't know where we're going with this. Honestly, I lost track. It was only supposed to be 5 episodes, and now it's going to be like maybe a few more than 5. It's cool. And then
I'm fine
on
with that.
Wednesdays, oh, good. I'm glad. On Wednesdays, I try to sleep with everything that moves and almost do it successfully. I don't know. We'll see. What I was gonna say is I need to come up with a better like spiel about like, hey, this is who I am and this is what I do. And if you're cool with that, would you like to hang out?
The internet's a good
terrible.
place to find friends.
It really is. It's the best.
Now
And
we want to
that's
look in the adult ads because we don't want to hire children.
no, God, that's terrible. And that's me. That's everything I'm in right now. Is that right?
Excellent. Which brings us to Gunner.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cyrus Smith, and today you saw me playing the character formerly known as Lucky. I think we're just gonna pull a artist formerly known as Prince and make up a little symbol.
I can do that for you.
A lucky symbol.
Oh God, it's a four-leaf clover. My name isn't Lucky. It's this. Anyway, you can find me. I was about to say tomorrow, but there is no Yakshas tomorrow. You can find me. Well, there's no After the Bomb Saturday. There's no Gloomfall Sunday. Yeah,
Free
you can find
time!
me. You can find me on Wednesday, running in running over the horizon, where I don't even know what to say anymore. People with southern accents are bad, I guess. So I'll keep that in mind.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not bad. He's just kind of an asshole.
Well, that's yes, but also I think people hated him before he turned out to be an asshole. So anyway, Rowan.
That's
He
fair.
was
Didn't hear
right.
any of that.
All I got was a burp, and I'm happy for it.
So, anyways, that's me.
All right.
Snell was right. Snell was right. He was right to be a little shit.
I mean,
All right.
yeah.
Poor Flanagan.
Snell's got moments.
So next is going to be that is going to be Daniel.
Hi. You caught me playing Scene, the current person trying to get everything put back together and rebuild civilization as we know it. But luckily, with the help of a partner and a bunch of other people, partners, with everyone being partners, we're family. With help of family, we're going to make Tartarus a force to be reckoned with. You can catch me. God, I made a promise to bring down Artis before Lucky gets better. What am I gonna do?
Well,
You can catch me
as
here.
long as we get the knowledge from him.
We were going to flip Rainier, but then it got a whole lot harder to flip Rainier when they said, "Hey, we're taking away Rainier."
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't talk to
So,
him.
on the bright side, I think we could probably take care of Angels 1 and 2 pretty easily.
Oh, easily.
You mean Angel and Devil?
It's a
Angels
devil
1
now.
and 2. I don't have creativity, so.
Nice. You can catch me here tomorrow in the Immortal War as Masahira trying to find his nephew, going to the docks to frame a thief for another thief because some thief stole a thief, and we got to frame someone for it. I don't know why I like saying that. And
Yeah.
then we got to figure out where my nephew went because they disappeared from the academy and they were supposed to go home and they never did because they decided to get on a ship instead. Oh boy. And then you can catch me every other Friday in Yakshas as Sin with his wonderful companion Legion, aka Set, uh, who everyone has finally officially fully learned that Set was a super virus being designed to take down the entire world banking system. Yay!
Yay.
And now he's in a giant fucking rolling battleship. I mean, he's not in there. I mean, wink, wink.
Uh-huh.
You can also catch me on nope. Wednesdays. Had to wrap around there. And Over the Horizon as Gideon Sunborn, who who's going to be writing a lovely letter to his fiance or betrothed. I don't know what it would be. Not really fiance, since it's like a kind of arranged marriage, but both are okay with it, kind of thing.
Mhm.
To his betrothed, and then we're setting out on an amazing adventure where we're going to be exploring and looking for wonderful magic items. I'm super excited because I'm going to kill so many things. But first, yeah, we got to go kill some things, aka vampire illithids, illipires. Yeah, got to go kill some illipires. I'm calling it now. And yeah, that's
Yeah.
everything from me right now.
All right. And that brings it to who? Me? Wow. Hello, everybody. My name is Mir, also known as Mir Shades GM, and today you caught me running New Amsterdam, a very emotional episode where I feel like a lot of people's motives got a lot more clarified in a very, very genuine way. I'm really happy about how this episode went. I hope that the audience enjoyed it too. And if there is no audience that's watching it, then I'm happy that we all got to share in this experience because I think it was a good session. You can also catch me on Monday where I am in Team Forearms, heyo, as the showbot who's so bod, Clan Nasaravi, death to the bugs,
Yeah.
Ravi Kala. You can also catch me on Tuesdays, every other Tuesday, in Nobility and Notoriety, where the party is safe. I am here. I am watching. Please be at ease. Where I play as Diolphus, Duchess of the Plain of Carceri. You can also catch me on Fridays, where I'm either in Yakshas as Hiroki the Himbo Samurai. Absolutely love that guy. Can't wait to finally get back to him. I'm very excited for Friday. Catch me on. Woo, sorry, my throat's getting a little bit. I've worked 3 jobs today. You can also catch me on other Fridays where I play Frank, good old frankincense, Domingo Ordonez, where he's a sick old man who's trying to put things back in line. So if you want to see me playing someone who's sassy, snarky, and sour owl shit all at the same time, that's a character. Saturdays, I am in After the Bomb as Adam McCarthy, much to the chagrin of his own last name. And Sundays, I am in Gloomfall, where I play Madame Yinvrath, the batshit craziest character I play. And no, not as crazy as Diolthus. Diolthus got bug
I
logic,
mean,
but like, okay, this is someone who
yeah.
thinks she's the half-blood empress. Like, she's a half human in a drow society, and she believes that Lolth made her a half human as a test and to overthrow the drow who have grown complacent. And I've left it completely up to the GM whether that's true or not. So she's probably just fucking insane. It's pretty crazy. But that's me. If you're currently watching us on YouTube, we love you so much, but also watch us on twitch.tv/pair_o_dice_theater. If you're currently watching us on Twitch, we love you, but please watch us on YouTube at youtube.com/pair_o_dice_theater. No underscores, fastest handle in the West. And if for some reason you are following the dumpster fire known as Twitter, you can catch our account there, where we are verifiably Alfarius, Elon Musk, and Margaret Thatcher all at once at Pair Theater. And that is going to be us. So let's get an RIP. No, a Nozdrovia. What the fuck am I talking about? Let's get a Nozdrovia and get the fuck out of here.
Nostrovia!
Nostrovia!